If you expect them to deliver an experience, a process that the guest can't live without, then you've got to treat your people and have a culture that they can't live without. We are not in the car business serving people.
That's a really
We are in the people business selling cars. So
100%.
if you can get that right and you put people first, everything else falls in line. The experience expectation, the bar is in the ground. You can't even trip over it. In between purchase, in between visit is the most missed opportunity in the customer journey. People that are stifled do not make decisions to the best benefit of the organization.
No.
They only care about themselves. But if they're empowered, they are going to make the best decision
100%.
for your business because they feel like
Take
they are
ownership.
part of the business.
Hey, what's going on, Automotive Nation? It is Jason Harris here, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Shift into Profit, where I get to talk to, well, anybody and everybody I want to talk to on what it takes to really create a more profitable business. Guys, today I'm so excited to have this amazing guest with me. I have the one, the only, the oh so famous Katie Mars with me. Katie, what's going on, girl? How you doing?
Oh my gosh, good.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
We're here. We're at NADA. Do you already start to feel the energy a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's starting to
Like-
pick up huge. It feels so good to be back, especially after last year's snowstorm
No, right?
in Louisiana. It's nice to be back in Vegas.
I know it was nice just to have like a straight, normal, like
Yes.
non-eventful flight.
Right?
Like, I didn't have to white knuckle drive 8.5 hours.
Oh my gosh,
into-
we did
yes.
the same thing.
Yes. Well, hey, thank you guys for taking the time to check out this episode. I'm very excited to get into this. Real quick, I love kicking off these podcasts with a little origin story. Because fundamentally, I'm always fascinated how people get into this business. So let's start there, Katie. How in the world did you get started in this crazy little world we call the automotive industry?
I had a series of really awful car buying experiences.
There you go.
As a customer experience expert, designing experiences for every major business around the world, when it came to me buying a car, I couldn't believe you got a better experience purchasing a $7 latte than a $70,000 vehicle purchase.
Yeah.
And as a woman, I couldn't believe that we were being treated as if we didn't have the purchasing power that we actually do.
Sure.
And so I got into the industry because I identified this canyon-sized gap between how guests should be treated and how they're actually treated.
Yes.
And so I brought into the industry the 5 steps to a 5-star experience, custom her experience, how to treat the world's most influential consumer, being the woman. She
100%.
holds the purse strings of
Absolutely.
the world's economy. She controlled 75% of the world's discretionary income. And the rest is history. So here we are.
There we go. There we
like
go.
10 NADAs later.
Can you believe it's 10? Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
I was thinking about that. Like, this is my 19th, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
it almost just coming out. Well, look, Ed French that was
Wow.
here earlier, 42nd. And I think there's only been like 44. 42nd
Wow.
NADA.
Wow.
This is the cool part about what I get to do. I get to connect with people like yourself that just have tremendous passion and knowledge and just love for this industry. Well, look, guys, here's what I want to do. Topic-wise, here's what I want to get to. Look, it's a new year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're at NADA. I think everyone is just like really trying to hone in their operations. I love kind of looking this from a few different angles.
Yeah.
My 3 favorite being people, process, and technology.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your thoughts, of those 3, where do you think dealerships should be spending some time right now to focus this year?
They're people.
I'm with you. Tell me
And
why.
then their process.
Okay, all right.
People are the conduits of the process coming to life.
Mm-hmm.
That process serves more people.
Yep.
And you should always treat your internal guest better than your external guest. And if you expect them
Good
to
point.
deliver an experience, a process that the guest can't live without, then you've got to treat your people and have a culture that they can't live without.
It's really well said. I mean, I can be honest with you, Katie. Like, the first culture I experienced probably taught me more about what I shouldn't do.
Glad you took
versus
that lesson
what
away.
Well, yeah. I mean, look. Like, I started in this industry, and you all know it, and you may have as well, where it's like, suck it up, Buttercup. Check it out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Look, when I became a leader at my dealership, it was like literally, here's a title, go figure this crap out on your own. No one taught me anything about culture. So, for the dealers out there that are 100% in agreement with this, where do we start?
You start with your experience promise.
Okay, I like that.
Developing a promise that you live by with every guest every time. And by guest, I mean your internal guest and your external guest.
Yes.
The way you're going to treat them, and it's that line in the sand that becomes non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
And so that experience promise is then lifted up by experience principles.
Sure.
So how are you going to operationally show up? How are you going to show up culturally? How are you going to show up to go above and beyond for both your employee and your customer? Then taking it one step further, developing your brand experience standards.
Yes.
And those non-negotiable standards, that's the process. I believe that you can't go from your promise to profit without practicing a process with people that are bought in.
And you got to have that North Star.
You have to. That's your experience promise. That North Star.
This, guys. I think you really should be taking some notes here because this is a big one. Like, I find that too often. Look, I've had the opportunity to work with some really amazing operators and ones that are really trying to figure their way through this leadership journey. And you're right. I mean, I would say majority of the people I work with don't necessarily have that defined North Star. And I love the fact that you're like, look, you actually should be at two, both for your staff's experience and the customer experience.
Yeah.
Can you give me kind of a quick example of what that looked like?
So I'm going to talk about Ritz-Carlton because everybody knows Ritz-Carlton.
Sure.
They know Ritz-Carlton is the mecca, the beacon of the guest experience. They do it right no matter where you are in the world, every guest, every time.
Agreed.
Their experience promise is ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
So their guests, who are ladies and gentlemen, spending $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, sometimes $7,000 a night, depending where you are in the world, they need to be served by humans that know what it's like to be a lady and gentleman.
Agreed.
And so that would be their North Star, is that every single employee, every internal guest is a lady and a gentleman, and they know how to serve the ladies and the gentlemen. And one of the ways they do this is it doesn't matter what role, what level you are in the organization.
Yep.
With your family, you spend 1 week at a Ritz-Carlton resort. Most of these individuals they've never experienced 5-star. They have no idea what it's like to be treated like a lady and gentleman. So Ritz-Carlton puts them in the experience. So they understand what it's like to receive that 5-star experience. And then they have their processes, they have their credo, they have everything that goes along with it so that their people have known to feel the experience and then can deliver the experience. So that would be an example of a brand promise.
It's a wonderful example.
Yeah.
And no, I'm 100% with you on that. And guys, I think this is, look, I think too often in the business, we get too close to the fact that we're in the business. So, I mean, one of the things that I've always kind of pushed myself, I mean, look, you're in the auto business, I'm in the auto business. It is very easy when
we're in the people business, but let's correct that.
That is true. We are
in the people business selling cars.
That's right. I like that. That's a great correction.
We are in the people business servicing vehicles. We are not in the car business serving people.
That's a really
We are in the people business selling cars. So
100%.
if you can get that right and you put people first, everything else falls in line.
Well, and I think it's important for us to be people, so be customers, right? Like, I know for me and you, it would be really easy. Like, I need a new truck. My lease is coming up pretty soon. It's really easy for me to call Susan and say, hey, Susan, I need another truck. And, okay, you want to come by Friday?
Yeah.
But I know you do this too. You intentionally put yourself through that customer experience.
Oh, yeah.
I know you just recently did this, actually.
And it was awful. It was so bad. It took over 8 hours to purchase a vehicle. It was so bad. But it wasn't even the time. It was the lack of intention that they had.
Yes.
And as a woman, I showed up with my fiance, and by the way, I gave him permission to finally buy his dream car, which was Hummer Omega EV. I don't know. It's like only 1,100 made in North America.
Sure.
It's like he's been waiting. It's like $148,000 MSRP. I think it's silly, but he wanted it.
Absolutely.
Cool. We go and we do this. This young buck greets him, doesn't greet me.
Ooh.
And then throughout the process, it took about half an hour for him to look at me and say, well, what do you do for a living? And I looked at him and I said, you do not want to know what I do for a living. He goes, what do you mean? And I gave him my name and he Googled me and he's like, oh, he goes, so you'll be writing about me? I'm like, 100%. I will be writing about you.
It's funny you say that because I actually, similarly, I bought a truck, I bought another vehicle about 6 months ago, and I'm still getting advertisements about if I want to come in and buy it. And I made a post the other day about this dealership, and I'm just like, wow, a wildly disconnected experience. I've actually purchased a vehicle from them. 6 months later, I'm still being asked when I'm coming into the dealership for a test drive.
That in-between visit interaction is, so in between purchase, in between visit, depending if you're looking at fixed or variable, the sales cycle, is the most missed opportunity in the customer journey.
It is.
This is when you reach out to the guest, not for anything other than, hey, how are you? I want you to like me, know me, trust me.
Yes.
And you've got to build that relationship. But if you're going to continuously ask for the sale, it's icky.
It's icky. Well,
the guest is like,
and this is even
sayonara,
worse. This
see
is
you
even
later.
worse because I've actually already purchased it. So what a disconnect, right?
Oh yeah, huge.
But it goes back to what you were saying earlier, right? Like if you're out there watching, listen, you guys don't have these defined North Star. How are you able to work backwards towards the people and the process and the technology to ultimately execute on that North Star? I love the fact you brought up Ritz-Carlton because one of the things I love that they do as well is there's a huge empowerment about making a very successful experience.
Yes.
And they actually put a dollar amount on
$2,000.
That's right.
Yes.
$2,000. All right. Just there's no questions.
Nope.
There's no auditing of the program or the system. It is like we will empower our team to make it right. All right. Up to this dollar amount. I'm sure there's some process that for some reason it has to go over. But
there's a decision tree.
I heard it's never really exceeds that. I think like the average is like a few $100.
It never does.
Just to make it right.
Yeah. So we have a system we put into place at the dealers that work with us, and it's the Be a Hero service recovery system.
Oh, I like that.
And a lot of our dealers will actually put a $500 empowerment stipend for every single service advisor to make it right with the customer before they even have to ask permission. So it's not quite $2,000, but it is a step in the right direction to empowering your team, because empowered people make empowered decisions.
Exactly.
People that are stifled do not make decisions that are on the best benefit of the organization. No. They only care about themselves. But if they're empowered, they are going to make the best decision 100%. For your business because they feel like they are part of the business. 100%. They take ownership.
100%.
Yes.
Look, I know we're getting towards the tail end of our time, guys, and you can tell me and Katie can easily go on this topic for a good amount more time. But look, real quick, before I let you go, because I still think there's a lot
there's so much
to be said. You have come out with an amazing resource, all right, that people can grab and really dive deeper into some of the things that we've discussed. Also, in addition, I encourage everyone to connect with Katie. You really got to reach out her. But tell me a little bit about what you just put out.
Yeah, so I have a new book. Well, my first book, Custom Her Experience. So if you want to understand the world's most influential consumer, which, gentlemen, let's be real, only like 18% of the positions in automotive are women. So gentlemen, this is for you. If it doesn't help you with your female consumers, I'm going to help you with your relationship with your wife, okay? So buy the book, Custom Her Experience, learn how to speak to her. But then my newest book, 5 Steps to a 5-Star Experience. We have created, in my time, I was so fortunate to design Celebrity Cruises guest experience. And I got to work alongside Forbes Travel Guide to bring the Forbes 5-star rating to the cruise industry for the very first time. In that time and working so closely with them, they have over 900 data points to get a 5-star experience. You have to execute with every guest, every time, consistently, persistently to get this 5-star.
For sure.
I've dwindled it down to 5.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. So look, she made it more manageable for us.
So if you do these 5 things, you will surprise and delight your customers, especially in the automotive space, because let's be real, the experience expectation, the bar is in the ground. You can't even trip over it.
That's true.
So you don't need to do a lot to make them happy. You don't have to do a lot to move them from where they are to somewhere better. And these 5 steps to a 5-star experience help you do that. It's a 94-page book. It is easy to digest. It's got all the information, stories about other businesses like Ritz-Carlton and Starbucks and Disney that are doing it right, and how you can actually implement that in your space.
I love it. I love it. And guys, I encourage you. Website. Where's the website?
So nowisnotnegotiable.com. My books are there, and you can just click and order.
Guys, definitely check it out. Katie, thank you so much for taking the time to jam with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely fun. For everybody out there watching and listening, we appreciate you. Look, one of the biggest compliments you can give us as content creators is share the show. All right, I'm sure that there is a manager or a leader or a colleague in your business right now that needs to hear some portion of today's conversation, and it means a lot to us when you share that show. Katie, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. And everybody out there watching and listening, thank you. You guys have an amazing day.